Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we're talking about this new series on Netflix called Fate, the Winx Saga. And in Fate, it deals with these fairies who possess magical abilities that go to the school called Althea. However, in Season 1, there's these creatures called the Burned Ones who are threatening their very existence, along with another fairy, Beatrix. Fair warning, you guys are probably going to hear the dogs a few times. Fate is a live-action adaptation of a cartoon from the mid-2000s. And unlike the cartoon, this is geared more towards adults than kids, as demonstrated by its writing. A little bit of a backstory. Yes, I watched the cartoon a lot as a kid. It was one of the few shows my older sister and I actually watched together without tormenting the other. Usually it was I tormented her with Power Rangers, she tormented me with Bratz. However, this was one of only a couple of cartoons we both enjoyed watching together. And having remembered a certain live-action adaptation of a cartoon I loved, go away. I was honestly kind of skeptical about this. The Last Airbender is still burning in my mind, and it's like my least favorite movie. So, like I said, I was skeptical going in. However, I am honestly now glad I watched this. Does the series have issues? Yes, it does. But honestly, in the end, I really liked Season 1. Getting into it, let's talk about the characters. First of all, there's the main character, Bloom. And just like the cartoon version, I can relate to Bloom, but I don't understand certain of the things she's going through because I never went through them. First of all, her parents are adopted. Her real parents are MIA. I cannot relate to that. But some of the situations she goes through with her friends and stuff like that, I can relate to that. I can, relate to the whole inquisitive nature of her, because I'm a very inquisitive person. I like hunting for answers where few people can find them and stuff like that. She also questions what she hears from authority, and I think the actress Abigail Cowan, I have no idea how to pronounce her last name, I think she did really good as Bloom. Her boyfriend, Sky's a well-written character in this. He's almost, if I remember correctly, the exact same type of character he was in the cartoon. It's been a long time since I've seen the cartoon, but the actor, he could have done a better job. For the most part, he was pretty stoic and emotionless and stuff like that. There were, yes, a couple instances where he showed quite a bit of emotion. I don't think he was bad in the sense that I don't get why they casted him, but I do think the actor could have done a better job, and I have a feeling he might try in Season 2 if they make a Season 2. Now let's talk about the story, which I was surprised by. The people who wrote this series also wrote The Vampire Diaries, which I was not a big fan of. I just didn't care for it. However, I really liked what they did with the writing in this show. There's a mystery element to it, which I had a lot of fun with. You also got your teenagers doing teenager things and stuff like that. And then, of course, you have the villains and stuff. When it comes to the villains, the burned ones, I'm not so sure about them. However, Beatrix, you know, I thought she was a terrific villain. Beatrix is basically a Stormy-ish character. They clearly based her off of the Trix member Stormy. And just like Stormy, you know, she's just a great villain. I wish they had Icy in it though. However, I do have issues with this series. First of all, 6 episodes was not enough. A series like this, you need to allow for world building, and there are definitely going to be a lot of people who watch this series that never watched the original cartoon. Therefore, more world building was needed in order for this to work. And 6 episodes is just not enough time to allow that kind of world building and stuff. Maybe 8, 9, maybe 10, but 6 was just too short. The final episode also contains a couple of anticlimactic moments, stuff that I wish had gone on a little bit more, or were just simply not, you know, necessary. But that was about it. Anyway, Fate the Winx Saga, it was better than I imagined it would be. I do get if there are people out there that didn't like it. I get it. However, me, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to season 2, and I hope, you know, season 2 is an improvement. I'm gonna give season 1 of Fate the Winx Saga an 8. Fun fact, Bloom is definitely from California, because only a Californian would misunderstand what mansplaining is. This guy was just simply showing her where the specialists and the fairies train, which they were 2 completely different buildings, 2 completely different schools in the cartoon. And, you know, she said he was mansplaining. This is a real example of mansplaining.
Executive branch or the legislative branch.
I understand that. I guess, can I restate my question? Because I don't think you are understanding.
There you go. Anyway, that's all the time I have for now. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please also subscribe if you're new. And as always, please remember, the Podetsky